I have heard an argument by people who want to be styled as text scholars or text critics that says it's not the ancient Alexandrian intellectuals who took away from God's words. It's Bible believers like the King James only people who added to God's words. What do you say to that? Let's put it to the test. Hi, I'm David Daniels from Chick Publications. The Bible believers, the ones who believe that they are under a curse if they add to or take away from God's words, are the very ones these text critics say added to and took away from God's words. Take a look at Proverbs chapter 30, verses 5 and 6. Here. Every word of God is pure. He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him. Add thou not unto his words, lest he reprove thee, and thou be found a liar. The critics say that the believers who literally believe that God will find them a liar if they add to his words are the very ones who added to his words. Look at Deuteronomy 4, verse 2. Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall ye diminish aught from it, that ye may keep the commandments of the Lord your God which I command you. For the text critics, these text scholars, theory to be correct, the Bible believers who actually believe that a literal God spoke this to a literal Moses actually added to and diminished from God's words so that they can't tell which are God's to obey them. Take a look at Revelation 22, verses 18 to 19. Let's just go to verse 19 though. Okay? And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, God shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city, and from the things which are written in this book. Textual critics say that the Bible believers changed tree of life to the book of life. And in addition, text critics say the Bible believers changed the book of Revelation more than any other book of the Bible. The very people who believed that they would be under a curse put themselves under a curse by changing the words of God. Those who want to be known as text scholars or text critics want me to believe that the ancient Alexandrians, who did not believe God's words, who spiritualized God's words, who rationalized God's words, who refused to take them literally. The allegorical method comes from Alexandria. To the point of saying that they are lies intentionally put there by God. As Origen said in De Principiis, Book 4, sections 8 to 19. Those text critics who say that are saying that the Alexandrians are the only ones who cared enough to preserve God's words? And their evidence is what? You shall know them by their fruits. The Bible believers have literally thousands of manuscripts that agree with one another around the world and through time. The text critics love the city of Alexandria. Well, the city of Alexandria, the school of Alexandria, wasn't even able to produce 2 manuscripts that agree. I don't know about you guys. I side with the people who are scared to death to add to or take away from God's words. I side with the people who have the evidence of thousands of manuscripts that actually agree and believe those curses and don't want to make God unhappy. That's why I believe my King James Bible. Nothing added, nothing taken away, the pure words of God. I hope you do too. God bless you and have a wonderful day.